Namaskar. I am Dr. Deepa Kadam. I have done MD in Ayurveda and since last 25 years I am practicing pure Ayurveda. Bones is a dense connective tissue. It gives framework to the body. Bones has so many other functions like give protection to the body, give mobility to the joints. It gives attachment to the muscles by which we can easily move and our life will be very active. We have to take care of our bones with proper way, but not necessarily with always with the supplements or any synthetic drugs. We can protect our bone with Ayurveda, with home remedies. Bone is made up of minerals, especially calcium and phosphorus, and again the cartilage. Cartilage and minerals both together give a strength to the bone, which will make bone strong, which will help to support the body and the framework. But how we can increase this calcium? To increase the calcium, we need to provide the calcium through the food or through the supplement, because when we don't supply the sufficient amount of calcium through food, body will start taking that calcium from the bones, and slowly over a period of time that bones will become brittle, or you can say porotic, and which are prone to fracture, or we can say there are so many bone diseases will occur because of the osteoporosis. In Ayurvedic literature, bone is known as Asti Dhatu. Asti Dhatu means the structure which is one of the 7 structure. As per the Ayurveda, body is made up of 7 structures, 7 dhatu, dharana, dhatava, means the structures which are holding the body, holding the whole system of the body is dhatu. There are 7 dhatus are rasa, rakta, mansa, meda, asti, majja and shukra. Out of that 5th dhatu is a asti dhatu. Asti dhatu provides support to the body, provides structure to the body, provides stability to the body and improve the mobility of the body. But in Ayurveda, asti dhatu is not mentioned alone. In Ayurveda, asti dhatu is mentioned along with its upadhatu, that is cartilage and teeth, and its mala. Mala means the excretory part of the bone system, or asti dhatu, that is hair and skin. So whenever there is a nourishment we are providing for the bones, whenever calcium supplement we are taking for our bones, indirectly we are nourishing our hair, indirectly we are nourishing our skin. So if there is any problem with your hair problem, or if your hair fall or something like that, you can definitely take nourishment for the asti dhatu or the bone treatment. Ayurveda is basically depending on the based on the 3 dosha, that is a 3 dosha therapy, vata, pitta, kapha, and along with that this dosha is again responsible for prakriti development. What is prakriti? Whenever there is a predominance of the dosha, accordingly that prakriti of the person will form. If we say kapha prakriti means the person is predominantly of kapha type. Kapha dosha is elevated, or kapha dosha is prominent in that person. So in that case, that person's bone are dense, heavy and very strong. Whereas for the pitta prakriti, bones are not that strong like kapha prakriti, but they are better than vata prakriti. In vata prakriti, bones are thin, lean and porous, and we can say they are not that strong. So if you see the person which are having the vata prakriti, they are very much prone to have a bone diseases, they are very much prone to have a rheumatic diseases, or they may have the osteoporosis or like that type of diseases in the future. So prakriti analysis in respect of the bone thing is very important. BMD is a bone mineral density. As we all know, bone is made up of minerals, calciums and phosphate and all. Then what is this BMD useful? See, BMD is a measurement of the density of the minerals present in particular tissue of the bone. Okay. Then from the BMD we can easily identify whether the person's bones are healthy or not healthy. If you say the BMD level is less than that is less than -1 and in between the -1 and -2.5, the person will have a weak bone. That weak bone is known as osteopenia. Osteo is a bone, penia is a weak. So osteopenia will leads to in future, if that bone density will goes down, it leads to osteoporosis. What is osteoporosis? Osteo is a bone and porosis is a porous bone. So that osteoporosis people will definitely prone to fractures or they will have a very big bone, their mobility will be restricted, and in future if osteoporosis continues as it is, they will not have an active lifestyle. So we should take care of the bones at the stage of osteopenia itself. In that there are two main factors we can make it. One, the causes which we can modify, that is the modifiable causes. With the modification of the causes, we will definitely stop that disease to be progress further. And another set of causes is a non-modifiable. We cannot do anything to modify those causes. So first we will look about the modifiable causes. Modifiable causes means when there is an insufficiency of something, we can definitely fulfill. So what are those insufficiencies? One, inadequate supplement of the calcium, inadequate vitamin D, hormonal imbalances like there is a less of estrogen, there is a less of thyroid hormone, or we can say there is a excessive weight gain. All these causes are causing to BMD. Now we can see the non-modifiable causes, the causes which we cannot modify anyhow. Important is increasing age. As you age, there is a decrease in the bone mineral density. Second thing, hormonal changes during the menopause period. That menopausal estrogen level less will give you to less in the BMD. Third is a fractures. If you are habitual of fracturing, there will be high chances of decreasing BMD. Fourth, there is a history in your family of osteoporosis. Then you may have a quicker osteoporosis in future. A principle of Ayurveda is Nidanam Parivarjanam. Nidanam Parivarjanam means, Nidan means causative factor, Parivarjanam means to avoid those causative factors. But how? In the causes we have learned the modifiable causes. Modifiable causes means which we can modify. So those causes here we can avoid it to improve the bone health. First cause was inadequate calcium and vitamin D. See, calcium is very essential for maintaining bone health. But if it is in inadequate quantity in food, we can definitely supply it with the external supplements or with the food containing calcium. So those calcium containing foods are like the dairy supplement, that is milk, curd, paneer, cheese, etc. Then we can give the leafy vegetable. Then nuts are very important for calcium supplement. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is very essential for calcium to get absorbed in the body. Vitamin D is essential to improve the bone cells, to synthesize those osteoblasts are the bone cells which are very important for making the bone. So vitamin D improves that bone cells. So vitamin D along with the calcium helps in maintaining bone health, and vitamin D a rich source is sunlight. Other things like food, you can take eggs, you can take cheese for vitamin D. Now other minerals contain the magnesium, zinc, phosphorus, all those will be supplied by nuts, vegetables, fruits, etc. Day-to-day vegetable, that is a drumstick, or you can say moringa. Moringa is a very good supplement of calcium which will provide a natural calcium to the body. If you see the mineral part, we know what are the things we can take, but for the collagen which is very important for the bone health is supplied by the amalki, avla, Indian gooseberry. This is a very seasonal fruit, we can take it anytime in the form of juice or in candy. But if you don't get it seasonally amalki, there is a very good way to incorporate amalki in your food is taking Chyawanprash regularly, because Chyawanprash contains maximum amount of amalki and which provides you vitamin C along with the collagen. When the Vata dosha is very prominent, the bones are very thin, very weak, and it needs to be improved functionally. So for Vata dosha, Ayurvedic treatment whatever is given for the bone health is a pacification of the vitiated Vata dosha. Now how we can do that pacification of Vata dosha? A very good answer for this is the application of oil, that is Abhyanga, which Ayurveda has explained. You can apply oil, either medicated oil like Mahavishagarbha tel, Mahanarayan tel, or Bala tel. Sesame seeds mean til tel. Til tel either you can consume or til seeds you can consume for providing nourishment and calcium to the body. Along with that omega 3 containing flaxseed Yeah, olive oil is also very important. Like that, these are the nourishing oils which you can apply to the bone, or you can apply the oil to the whole body for nourishment of the bones and pacification of the vata dosha. Second thing, regular exercise. Regular exercises are very important for maintaining bone health, because weight bearing exercise, if you do the weight bearing exercises, these exercises will improve the bone health and stamina along with the muscle stamina, which will overall maintaining your body health. Along with that, we can give the herbal supplements. What are those herbal supplements? There are so many herbs available in the market, or we can say these herbs are available in our garden. Those are like curry leaves. Then ashwagandha is there. Ashwagandha provides health to the bone, it provides nourishment. Asti Shrunkala, or in common language, it is known as a hard jod. Hard jod means which will help in healing the fractures. So these herbs definitely we should incorporate in our food or in our medicine supplement. Sudhavarga. Sudhavarga means calcium supplement, natural calcium supplement, which we don't get outside in any other thing. So natural calcium supplement is a supplement. Pearl, Mukta Shukti or Mukta is a natural supplement which will provide you the naturally calcium, and it get absorbs in a body very fast. All these things we have explained about the eating habits and all, but vitamin D is very much essential, as I explained earlier. For that, exposure to sun or sitting in the sun. Not just sitting in the sun. If you do yoga or exercise in the sun, that will have a double benefit. Exercise will help you in mobility, and vitamin D will provide, and sunlight will provide you the vitamin D. In quick fast life, if you don't have proper time to do so many yoga, one simple yoga is helpful for each and everything. That is a Surya Namaskar. If you do regularly minimum 5 Surya Namaskar, that will help you for maintaining your physical health, bone health and mental health. Along with this, Panchakarma will definitely help you in cleansing process, detoxification process. So, if whatever toxins are accumulated in your body, if we can easily able to take out from the body, then Panchakarma will help you in absorption of the new medicines or new treatment. Never take up treatment on the counter or OTC medicine, you should not take it. You always consult a physician for medication, for proper treatment and be healthy. So, Ayurveda will help you to remain happy and healthy with your natural ingredient, and these ingredients you will get it in your kitchen and in the market as a supplement or a medicines. To know more about the Ayurveda or Ayurvedic content, you can always access the below mentioned link and stay linked with me on Livayur.